Hey man, Jim Wolf here with dating advice for men who love women. Did you know that women are actually consistent in their dating behavior? And that if a woman is even a little bit attracted to you when she first meets you, your behavior is what determines where things go from there. Not your bank account, not your resume stats, not your body, etc. In fact, there's a 4-letter word that shows you exactly what to do and exactly what not to do at all times to make her want you. If you do what it says, she's yours. And if you don't do what it says to do, you'll destroy her attraction for you and drive her away, guaranteed. So what is that 4-letter word? It's LERR. LERR. And what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about exactly what it means and go over exactly how you can start applying it today in just a second. First, let me just say this. In order for LERR to work, a woman must be at least a little bit interested in you or at least open to you. If a woman's not interested in you at least a little bit or at least open to you when she first meets you, there's absolutely nothing that you can do to make her want you. And anyone who tells you that there's some kind of trick or tactic or technique that will make her want you in that case is either naive or they're lying to you because they want to take your money. Because again, in order for LERR to work, in order to make a woman want you, she has to be at least a little bit interested in you, or at the very least, open to you. So keep that in mind. And then she also must be available, which just means that if she's deeply in love with her boyfriend or husband, LERR will not work for you with her, even if she's attracted to you. So keep that in mind as well. However, if a woman's interested in you at all, or she's at least open to you, and she's available, and you lead the interaction one step forward, encourage her to chase you, reward her when she chases you, and refuse to chase her, and then you're okay with all outcomes, and you repeat this process over and over again, you will spike her attraction through the roof. This is what makes women want you. And if you don't follow this process, you'll completely destroy any attraction she might have felt for you at some point. Now, you might have heard of the concept of push-pull before, where you both pull a woman in and push her away at the same time in order to attract her, because that's what works. See, most guys either just keep pulling her in, they keep texting her, they keep asking her out, they keep complimenting her, etc., and eventually that strategy doesn't work. And other guys only push women away. So they put them down, they ignore them, they pretend they don't like them, or they try to pretend to be some kind of bad boy, etc. And that usually happens when a guy figures out that only pulling her in doesn't work. And the thing is, both of those strategies actually don't work. What works is when you pull her in and push her away at the same time. And so what I've done is taken the push-pull concept and broken it down even further into 4 component parts that make it much easier for you to understand and implement in your real life. So when you lead the interaction one step forward, you're pulling her in. Then when you encourage her to chase you, you're pushing her away. Then when you reward her when she chases you, you're pulling her in. And then when you refuse to chase her, you're pushing her away. It's kind of like shooting a bow and arrow. When you push and you pull at the same time in the correct amounts, you hit your target. Now, one important thing to remember about LERR is that it's not a straight line. It's actually a never-ending cycle. So you don't always follow these 4 steps in this exact order. For example, sometimes she'll be chasing you right away, and then in that case, you can reward her for chasing you first, and then lead the interaction one more step forward. So while you might not follow LERR in exactly this order, these are the 4 elements involved in all successful interactions with women. And so now let's go deeper into each one of them so that you know exactly what they mean and so that you can start applying them today. So the first step in all successful interactions with women is to lead the interaction one step forward. For example, if she holds eye contact with you for a few seconds, go over there and say hi to her and introduce yourself. Starting a conversation with her is leading the interaction one step forward. And some other examples of leading the interaction one step forward are asking for her number, asking her out, going for a kiss, etc. So your job is to continually lead the process one step forward, and then step 2, encourage her to chase you. The second step in all successful interactions with women is to encourage her to chase you. For example, when you're having a conversation with her, playfully tease her, or ask her open-ended questions about herself that let her talk a lot and tell you all the good things about herself and her life. Or encourage her to chase you with your body language by not pointing your entire body at her right away. So if you can, only face your head towards her at first, and then add your shoulders, and then point your hips and your feet in her direction as she earns it by being a cool person and having fun with you, i.e. chasing you. Because when you give her a little bit more attention with your body over time, she feels like she's earning your attention, and it encourages her to chase you. And some other examples of encouraging her to chase you are exiting the conversation first and leaving on a high note instead of letting the conversation drag on way too long, and then waiting a few days to text her and or ask her out so that she has the opportunity to text you and or ask you out, and then pulling back from the kiss first, etc. So when you lead the interaction one step forward, you're pulling her in. And when you encourage her to chase you, you're pushing her away. And again, when you pull her in and push her away in the right amounts at the right times, you win. And then the third step in all successful interactions with women is to reward her when she chases you. And this is actually where a lot of guys screw up, especially once they learn the power of pushing her away a little bit. So once they learn that pushing her away makes her more attracted, they think that they should continue to keep pushing her away and that strategy will work even better. Well, that's not actually how it works. When she chases you, in other words, when she does exactly what we want her to do, we must reward her for doing so, or she'll stop doing it. So we must pull her in and push her away, not one or the other. And learning that balance is the key to your success with women. For example, if you tease her about having a little bit of a stalker vibe, and then she defends herself, you don't want to keep teasing her. You want to give her a little approval instead. So when she says, "Oh no, I'm not that kind of girl at all," you just kind of laugh a little bit and say, "Oh, okay, cool, haha. I was worried for a second, but now I'm good," or something like that. And some other examples of rewarding her for chasing you are when you ask her a personal question and then she shares something about herself at a deeper level. Never put down her answer, even if you don't like what she says. So at the very least, when she shares something personal with you, you can say, "That's interesting." So you want to reward her for sharing with you, and you don't want to make her feel bad about it or regret it. And then when a woman asks you out for a one-on-one date, you always want to say yes if you can go, unless she asks you to meet up with her the same day. So if she asks you if you can meet up with her today, you say something like, "Hey, I'd really love to, but I'm busy today. Can we meet up tomorrow night at 7 instead?" You're still rewarding her for chasing you. In this case, you're just delaying the reward a little bit to make sure she doesn't get the impression that you're too eager and too available. So whenever she asks you out one-on-one for a day other than today, say yes every single time, unless you actually can't make it because you have something extremely important to do that day or you won't be in town. You want to reward her for asking you out. And in that case, offer her a specific alternative day and time because we want to make sure that we're rewarding her when she's chasing us. And then lastly, when you pull back from the kiss first, and then she grabs your face to kiss you again, give her the best makeout session of her life, etc. Does that make sense? Awesome. So you want to make sure that you reward her whenever she chases you, and of course you want to keep encouraging her to chase you even more as well. However, it's also very important that you always refuse to chase her. So the fourth step in all successful interactions with women is to refuse to chase her. Remember, when you chase her, you always lose. When she chases you, you always win. Now again, you still have to lead the interaction forward. So your job is to lead, and her job is to chase. And those are very, very different things. For example, when you start a conversation with a woman, you're leading, and leading is attractive. However, when you try to keep the conversation going too long, you're chasing, and chasing is unattractive when a man does it. And then when you ask her for her number, you're leading. However, when you text her 3 times without a reply from her, you're chasing. And then when you ask her out for a specific day, time, and activity, and simply allow her to accept or decline your invitation, you are leading. However, when you ask her what she wants to do, and when she's available or when you can see her again, you're chasing. And you want to refuse to chase her instead. And some other examples of refusing to chase her: when she texts you a short, meaningless, end of conversation word or phrase, don't text her back again. Let her text to you be the last one in your texting conversation with her whenever you can. And then when you ask her out and she doesn't accept your invitation, don't ask her out again. Let her re-engage you if she wants, and then proceed normally with her from there if she does. If she declines 2 date invitations, or she cancels on you 2 dates in a row, or she doesn't show up 2 dates in a row, don't ask her out again or keep contacting her, etc. If you want to consistently attract beautiful, high-quality women, you have to develop a little bit more of a rougher edge. So make this your mantra. Always lead, never chase. Always lead, never chase. When you reward her for chasing you, you're pulling her in. When you refuse to chase her, you're pushing her away. And once again, when you pull her in and push her away in the right amounts at the right times, you win. Now, for LERR to work properly, it's very important that you're able to accept all outcomes. You have to be prepared for a woman not to be interested in you, for example. You have to be prepared for her to flake on you and for random things to happen. No matter how good your game is, things won't always go your way, and your ability to handle that fact will determine how successful you become. Here's the key. It's your reaction to her reaction that matters, not her reaction to you. It's your reaction to her reactions that matter, not her reactions to you. And at the same time, you have to be completely prepared for it when things do go your way as well, so that you can capitalize on those opportunities. So your acceptance of any and all outcomes is the grease that allows the system to run smoothly. It allows you to keep learning, growing, and taking action, even when things don't work out exactly the way you want them to. And it's that persistence, not with one particular woman, but with dating in general, that will make you a huge success. And sometimes your attitude of acceptance will actually tip the balance for you with the woman that you want to date. So when you don't react to a certain situation, she sees that you have one of the rarest male qualities that's very attractive, which is non-reactivity and internal strength. And when she senses that you have that at a deep subconscious level, sometimes it tips the balance for you, and she'll start wanting you at that point. And then she'll re-engage you and start chasing you a little bit, and you can take it from there. Either way, when you accept all outcomes, you always win, either with her or with the next woman that you meet. So take control of everything that you can, and then accept everything else. Because if you do that and you apply LERR consistently with women who are interested in you and available, you'll get everything that you want. And then the last part of this equation is to repeat. Listen, you don't just apply LERR once, you have to keep applying it over and over again. So LERR is not a description of 4 attractive behaviors. LERR is a description of 4 attractive behavior elements that must always be present. Instead of trying to take as many steps forward as possible, or never taking any steps forward at all, you take slow, measured steps forward, one at a time, and make sure you do everything else in between each step. So you lead the interaction 1 step forward, then make sure you do everything else before you take the next step. Then you lead the interaction 1 more step forward, and then you continue to repeat this process forever. Remember, LERR is not a one-time thing. It's a never-ending cycle. So once again, here's how all successful interactions with women work. if she's interested in you, even a little bit, and she's available, and you lead the interaction one step forward, you encourage her to chase you, you reward her when she chases you, you refuse to chase her, you accept all outcomes, and then you repeat this process over and over, you will get everything you want when it comes to dating. And if you want to learn exactly how to apply LERR from the first moment you notice a woman you're attracted to the moment you're kissing her and beyond, claim your copy of the Good Guy Guide right now. If you want to powerfully attract the women of your choice without turning into a jerk, without ever having to use strange tricks, and without ever having to pretend to be someone you're not, and you want to avoid the friend zone forever, and also protect yourself from the women that we want to avoid dating, and from the current almost anti-male environment, then this is for you. Now, the Good Guy Guide system is not just an ebook that we randomly threw together, and it's not a pickup artist manual or a relationship book written from the female perspective. This unique step-by-step system that any guy can use is only for men who want to attract women without pretending to be someone they're not. This system is the result of over 15 years of intense research and real-world testing. And the success patterns that you'll discover inside have helped thousands of men all over the globe already. And we're excited for you to share in that success as well. Inside the Good Guy Guide system, there are no pickup artist tricks, there's no fluff and no filler. Just real actionable advice that works for real men with real women in the real world. And here's what you'll discover when you join us inside the Good Guy Guide system today. You'll discover how to set yourself up for maximum success starting on page 21 so that you can reach that next level of dating success that you want much easier, and so that you can sustain that new level of success when it comes. And then on page 127, we'll start talking about exactly how to apply LERR step by step from the first moment you meet a woman that you're attracted to until the point where you're kissing her and beyond. And then we'll also discuss the most attractive way to talk to women to make sure that you're making them more interested in you and not killing their attraction for you with your conversation. And the best part, there are no long scripts to memorize. All of the stuff that we talk about when we talk about having a conversation with women allow your unique natural personality to flow out in an attractive way when you're talking to women. And then we'll talk about the top 10 factors that amplify the power of LERR for you even more. And of course, we will discuss all of the deadly dating mistakes that you must avoid if you want to consistently attract beautiful, high-quality women. And when you join us today, we have some awesome limited time VIP bonuses for you as well. And the first one is called the Undercover Interview. And in this amazing exclusive bonus, we actually convinced a sweet, innocent young woman from one of the most traditional cultures on the planet, who was a virgin until age 25, to come on with us and talk to us about attraction, about her sexual experiences, and about her sexual preferences. And this interview is extremely eye-opening, and you definitely don't want to miss it. And the second limited time VIP bonus we have for you is a powerful ebook called 7 Texting Principles That Make Her Want You. We all know how important texting is when it comes to the modern dating scene. And so inside this powerful ebook, you'll discover the 7 most important texting principles that make women want you, along with the texting mistakes you absolutely must avoid if you want the woman of your choice to keep coming back for more of you instead of ignoring your texts at some point. And then the third VIP bonus that we have for you today is an exclusive interview with internationally known best-selling author Dr. Robert Glover, who wrote the best-selling book No More Mr. Nice Guy. This powerful interview will help you stay out of the friend zone, and it will stop you from falling into the nice guy trap ever again. And then the fourth bonus that we have for you today is the Attractive Body Language ebook. Making adjustments to your body language is one of the fastest things that you can do to improve your dating results without changing your personality at all. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this bonus either. And then the fifth bonus that we have for you is an exclusive interview with Marnie the Wing Girl. Marnie has dedicated her life to giving good guys that edge that they need to be successful with women. And in this interview, she gives you that edge. And then the sixth limited time VIP bonus that we have for you today is called the Attraction Switch. The Attraction Switch that you'll discover inside this powerful audio program allows you to turn a woman's attraction for you on anytime you want and turn her attraction up at will. So you can use it whenever you need that little spark. I have to warn you though, when you use the Attraction Switch, she'll definitely never look at you the same way again. And the last limited time VIP bonus that we have for you today is an exclusive interview with top men's coach Justin Jensen. Justin was one of the head coaches at one of the premier men's dating and personal growth companies in the world, and he's personally helped hundreds of men from all over the world find a new level of success in dating, life, and business. And because he's a friend of mine, he agreed to stop by and share the most important secrets that have transformed the dating lives of all the men that he's coached. And so you definitely don't want to miss this bonus either. Now listen, if you already have so many women chasing you that you don't have time for more women in your life, or you prefer lukewarm hugs and disapproving looks from women you barely like to the women that you really want chasing you and happy to be with you, or you enjoy banishing yourself to the friend zone with women that you'd rather date, do not get this system. However, if you want to consistently attract beautiful, high-quality women and avoid the friend zone forever without ever having to pretend to be someone you're not, use any tricks, or put women down, then go to datingadviceformenwholove.com/GGG and claim your copy right now. That's datingadviceformenwholovewomen.com/GGG, or you can just click on the link in the box below this video and claim your copy right now. I'm Jim Wolf with Dating Advice for Men Who Love Women, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.